Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic located in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today on InformerTV, I'm going to be discussing and demonstrating how to strengthen the rotator cuff. The rotator cuff muscles are located in the shoulder. The shoulder is a complex structure made up of multiple joints and numerous muscles. The rotator cuff muscles attach the shoulder blade to the upper arm. The rotator cuff muscles do several things. The main thing that they do is to help pull the arm backwards. There are 4 muscles located in the rotator cuff. 3 of them start at the back of the shoulder blade and attach to the upper arm. The 4th one, called the subscapularis, attaches in the front part of the shoulder blade, comes around to the front and attaches to the upper arm. Now, what I'm going to be explaining to you is an exercise called a reverse pitch. It is basically a backwards throwing motion. And the reason that this exercise is important is the rotator cuff muscles are often neglected in exercise and in everyday activity, leading to weakness in that area, leading to being overpowered by the bigger, stronger, more used muscles in the front part of the shoulder. The exercise that I'm going to explain to you is what I like to call a reverse pitch. There are several different ways to do it. It's a very simple exercise once you learn it. You want to make sure that your technique is flawless. That is the most important thing, much more important than the level of resistance that you're using. The reverse pitch exercise can be done in several positions. The reverse pitch works the rotator cuff muscles in a concentric fashion. That is very important because in many exercises, especially throwing motions, they're being used in a negative fashion or what's called an eccentric manner. Working them concentrically will help to strengthen up the entire shoulder, build stability, and increase the function of the shoulder. When you are first starting out, you want to make sure that the technique is flawless. Now, this is the kneeling position. You have the knee on a training table, or you can use a firm bed or a couch. Put the hand on the table. The arm that you're going to be working, let it hang down as low as you can. Now I'm going to show you this exercise in 3 steps because that is the easiest way to learn it. And you could practice it in 3 steps, almost in a robotic type of form until you get the entire motion down. The first thing, you pull the shoulder blade backwards. Retract the scapula so it gets close to the spine. Bend the elbow, bring the arm back so that the upper arm is parallel to the floor. And then the last step, rotate the arm backwards. That is going to hit not only the rotator cuff, but it's going to target the posterior deltoid and it's going to target the muscles that retract the scapula. Again, first step, pull that shoulder blade back. Second step, bend the elbow, lift up the arm. Third step, bring the upper arm upwards so that your palm is facing the floor. Basically, on that last step, you're rotating the shoulder backwards. Bring it down in that same fashion. Again, this was nice and slow in the 3 steps. One fluid motion is going to come up. Be just like that. You want to start at the number of reps that you could do nice and easy, and you want to build up to about 15 repetitions. Now, even if you have a condition on one side, you still want to work both sides. It's going to help build coordination, and it's going to help build a level of strength that's equal on both sides. The reverse pitch can also be done in a standing position. I always recommend that you start in the kneeling position first and learn the motion and then advance to the standing position. Now, the standing position, you could do it with no resistance, or you could do it with a cable, or you could do it with a therapy band. When you're doing the kneeling position, obviously it's just easier if you do no resistance at all and you're just learning that motion. But in the standing position, it's the same type of thing. You want to start standing up in good posture. You could bend the knees a little bit, keep the spine nice and straight. If you're going to be working the right hand, you have your right hand where it is in front of the left thigh, as it is when you finish throwing. When you throw, obviously the arm comes across the body and stops right here. So if we're going to be doing a reverse throwing motion, you want to start in basically the same position. So you're going to start here, you're going to pull back the shoulder blades. Now in a standing position you could do both shoulder blades, makes it a little bit easier. Pull back the shoulder blade, bend the elbow, bring the upper arm up so it's parallel to the floor, then rotate the shoulder backwards. So you end up in a position just like this, where you're bent at 90 degrees down here and 90 degrees right up in here. Then finish it up coming down in the same type of manner. Retract the shoulder blade, bend the elbow, bring the upper arm up, turn the shoulder so that your forearm is facing forward. Do the motion in reverse as you come down, and you will realize how important it is to learn the form where you're doing it in increments. Like I was talking about in the kneeling position, you can almost do it in a robotic form so that you get down the steps. It's very precise. This is a precise movement. Work it with precision. Do it as flawless as you can before advancing to using any type of resistance. Once you feel that your technique is ideal, has to be perfect, then use the lightest resistance that you can. Start with the number of repetitions that you feel comfortable doing. Build up to about 15 repetitions. Start with 1 set and build up to 3 sets. Now when you do these exercises, you want to make sure that you do them after you have trained all of your other shoulder muscles and all of your back muscles. You don't want the smaller rotator cuff muscles to be fatigued and get injured while you're working the other muscles. So you want to finish up your routine by doing the reverse pitch. Do the multiple joint exercises first, all your heavier exercises first before you do the reverse pitch. This has been Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada on InformerTV, describing the reverse pitch exercise to build strength, coordination, and balance in the shoulder. It is an excellent exercise to help strengthen the rotator cuff. Thank you very much.